Hey randomers, welcome to another video, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to bash short form videos such as TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or any of the sort, since I watch all of those. I still have a pretty good attention span though. Some people though, not really. Let's talk about it. After all, that is what you came for, isn't it? Unless you're my friend then, and I said this too, well, shout out to you. So, one issue I have with attention span these days is reading. Reading as a whole, in fact. The comprehension that some people have is actually insane. When reading, you must know how to comprehend what you're reading and be able to read what is being put out. If you don't want to read a whole book, that is fine. But if you can't read a whole paragraph that's only 5 sentences long, yeah, that needs to be improved. When talking about reading, let's talk about the fact that some of y'all can't even read a paragraph. No, it isn't even a paragraph. It's fucking 3 sentences. Now, I'm not gonna bash on people, meaning I won't insult them with roasts and such, but I will talk about how some people can't seem to comprehend what the hell is put out in front of them because it's either 3 sentences long or they just don't want to understand it. I'll give you one example of not understanding what you are reading. So what it says is, mad respect to him, hope he's not discouraged from asking the next one. I say that knowing I always am. And then the replies are just bruh and what. Now, how can you not understand this is beyond me. The video is just a guy asking a girl out respectfully and him realizing she's not of age, which was 16, and backing off immediately. That's it. This person saying mad respect because some men just don't do that, and it's a basic human decency not to force someone to date you, and plus she was not of age, so all he's saying is whenever he gets rejected, he loses confidence and he hopes that guy is better than that. That's it. And these people cannot comprehend that. It infuriates me to see the same shit all the time. People comprehend what they're reading. It's not like the sentence is not grammatically correct either. It's perfectly fine. Now, let's talk about reading a lengthy comment. Is 3 sentences lengthy? No. 5 sentences? No. 2 paragraphs? A little, but not really. 5 paragraphs is the length of an essay, but it isn't that hard to read either. I could understand if it's something like so long you have to scroll, but if you can't comprehend at least 3 paragraphs, there is an issue and you really need to try to fix it. And if you can't read it, don't announce it to everyone too. People always saying, holy yap, or I ain't reading all of that, really piss me off. You're not that special. You don't have to announce to everyone around you that you can't read a merely 4 sentence or 5 sentence paragraph. They think they're so cool insulting someone for yapping so much, but in reality, you're showing you can't read for shit. Like, I really can't understand how these people function in society. I really don't. And that's not me being insulting. It's genuine wonder. How do you go around not reading a single thing and still be able to even get a job? You want to be at like 10th grade or something? Now, if you have like dyslexia or any of the sort, I'm sorry if this sounds offensive. Just know, I don't mean you guys. I mean the people who actually have nothing better to do but insult people. It makes me feel weird when I comment things. If I comment on something, I always feel the need to say, I'm sorry for the yapping session. Just in case that one person is going to come in and just say some dumb shit to me. I don't have to feel this when commenting. I should expect someone to actually read what I'm putting out and putting something of value. A simple goal would even suffice. But because there is no reason people should be putting down others for 2 paragraphs. It pisses me off more when people do it in the middle of an argument. Like, you want to start the argument, and when someone has a good point, it's all holy yapatron. Respectfully? In all seriousness though, it contributes nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, I don't mean to seem like I'm insulting, but damn, I think these people rot my brain more than the actual brain rot that's out there. Because I genuinely can't understand how you are able to function when you're like this. If you're a genuine person that's like this, though, don't insult people. Please try and read more, pick up books, get your attention span more than 3 sentences, please. It's crucial for you to read job interviews, posters, advertisements that could be of interest to you. Things like that. You know, I could list more, but like, at the moment, my brain is not braining. But like, please. But moving on, another reading topic: grade levels. If you don't know what I mean by that, you sure will now with these 2 videos on screen.
But I need to throw down a very serious rant because I'm experiencing something that is really getting on my last damn nerves. So basically, I'm a teacher, I do supply work, I work in various different schools. I've been teaching for like 10 years. I've been in the game for 10 years. And before that, I was a teaching assistant, so I've been in it even longer than 10 years. One thing that I'm noticing, this generation, Alpha, bloody hell, they are a piece of work. And I'm seeing some teachers in America saying this, but so I work in year 2, and oh my God, I feel victimized by some of these 6 and 7-year-olds. Like, they don't listen, they're violent as hell. Their academic abilities are so much lower than I've seen in my previous teaching years. They're helpless. You ask a question, they're just staring at you. They still can't form their letters. Like before, in a class of 30, you might have had maybe 5 or 6 students that, you know, needed support to access the curriculum. Now it's like the other way around. You have 5 or 6 students that can access the curriculum, and then the rest of the class really struggles. It is bizarre. I don't know how we're raising them or what on earth is going on, but they can't manage their emotions. They're throwing tantrums left, right, and center. They hide under tables, they storm out, they don't listen to instructions. You tell them something and they just mock you and repeat after you what you've just said. They don't be quiet. It is stressful as hell. Like, it makes you contemplate walking out of the profession because it is just too much. Now, I don't know what on earth is going on. If someone knows, like, let me into like the secret as to what's going on. But oh my God, it is like, it is only lunchtime. What time is it? It is like just almost 1:45. So I haven't even done a full teaching day and I've already had enough. Like, I'm ready to go home. Like, I'm so over it. I'm so done. You lot, what on earth is going on with Generation Alpha?
No, y'all, can we talk about it? Can we please talk about it? Let's take a moment to discuss. Let's take a moment to debrief. Let's take a moment to unpack. So I'm not really understanding why they're not telling y'all. Like, we all know that the world is behind, like, you know, globally, like, you know, because of the pandemic and stuff. But I don't understand why they're not stressing to y'all how bad it is. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but these kids are... I'm going to just say this. I teach 7th grade. They are still performing on the 4th grade level. I don't care how you flip it, turn it, swing it, swindle it. They still performing on the 4th grade level. Ain't nobody talking about how they just keep moving, passing them on. They just keep passing them on, 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 passing them on. I can put as many zeros in this grade book as I want to. They're going to move that child to the 8th grade next year. Ain't nobody talking about that. Why they not talking about that? Why they not telling y'all that y'all... And why don't y'all know that y'all kids not performing on their grade level? Why y'all don't know this? Why y'all don't know? Talk about it. Let's unpack. Because y'all be quick to talk about, oh, the teacher this, the teacher this, the teacher. It's your job, baby. I just got here 30 days ago. She was performing on the 4th grade level since 4th grade. Why we not talk? Well, let's talk about it. You the teacher. You supposed to be, again, she's been on the 4th grade level since the 4th grade. We in 7th grade now. So you let this child go 3 years and you never knew that your child was still in the 4th grade, ain't never left the... Hang it up, flat screen. And 4th graders being nice. I still have kids performing on grade K, 1, 2, and 3rd grade levels. I could probably count on one hand how many kids are actually performing on their grade level. So just imagine, you don't know that your child been on the 2nd grade level since the 2nd grade and they now in the 7th or 8th grade? Are you joking right now? And these are future leaders, our future doctors, our future nurses, our future... Please, please.
Do you hear that, people? These kids are not performing in the grade level they should be performing. I see this shit happen in my school too. And it's just, it's so bad. It's like, it's bad as hell. You know, because like, why are we doing this? Why? Because like, my school had someone that was in 7th grade. Why did they move her up a grade? To my grade? I was in 8th. Because her ELA result for her testing was outstanding. You know what she didn't understand? Math. She had such a hard time keeping up with math. I had to help her to understand because she isn't in her grade level. And I moved her up to 9th this year. And she's genuinely an amazing student. Chaotic, but amazing. And she doesn't deserve to be pushed to high standards just because she did one thing outstanding. Because that's a lot of pressure for one student. Because once you get moved up a grade, everybody expects you to be really smart. Because you moved up a grade. And then when you don't have the grades you're supposed to be having, it's just like, oh, but you moved up a grade, so why aren't you getting good grades? Which is a massive problem. And she should be in her proper grade, learning the topics she needs to learn, but these schools just don't care. It's absolutely heartbreaking to see kids not understand what they're learning because they are pushing these kids to a grade they shouldn't be in, yet because they don't understand. It's the school's fault and the parents' fault for not doing anything about it. Parents should be helping their children, but they don't. And that's such an issue we have. I mean, look at these comments, man. Now just look at that. When you're still in 3rd grade, math level at your big age. Excuse me? How are you in high school and you're still in an elementary level? You know, I'm not gonna bash this person because it could be their fault. We don't know all the details. It could be their fault. But at the same time, it couldn't be their fault either because their parents should have done something. They should have known. The school should have never put them up a grade when they were still struggling. That's the thing. You know? But it just doesn't make any sense. Really doesn't. And there's even more comments I'm going to address now. I suffer in math surrounded by people with normal math skills and I'm still struggling with division and multiplication. I forgot how to multiply fractions. And the cherry on the cake is I'm trying to learn how to subtract them. That's so bad. I can't subtract normal numbers and division is my biggest You're so real for that. I'm in 11th grade and I genuinely believe if I took a math diagnostic, I'd be in 5th grade level. I know I cut it off a little bit there. That's my fault. But what? No. This can't be real, guys. And don't go attacking these people either. It might not be their fault. It might be, who knows? We don't know. We don't know the full story. Could be their parents for not teaching anything. Could be the school for not doing the job it's supposed to. Or it could be them just not paying attention or doing anything. Or it could be all three. Who knows? In 2nd grade, I had an 8th grade math level with what are these comments? Real. But like, what do you mean you can't subtract numbers? Are we serious, guys? I get not remembering it for like a year or two, but after that, you should know how to do this stuff. Dividing isn't hard. None of this stuff is hard. Multiplying fractions, it is the same as multiplying regular numbers, except you're adding a line between these numbers. That's the best way I can explain it. My fault if I sound stupid as hell too. It isn't as hard as people saying it is. I can't understand how these people are in the grade level they are in when they're at this level. People say, oh, it's because of gentle parenting. No, it's because of lack of parenting. Do you know what that's called? Negligence. The definition of gentle parenting, I'm going to pull it up right now with the website source. It says on the health department of Cleveland, What is gentle parenting? The parenting style relies on empathy, understanding, and respect. What is the gentle parenting style? The goal of gentle parenting is to raise confident, independent, and happy children through empathy, respect, and understanding, and setting healthy boundaries. This parenting style focuses largely on age appropriate development. Traditional parenting styles focus on punishment and reward. When your child does something good or shows good behavior, you reward them with fun activities, treats, and positive feedback. If your child does something bad, though, they might get put in timeout, for example, or you might spank them, a decision doctors say you shouldn't do. Instead of focusing on punishment and reward, gentle parenting focuses on improving a child's self-awareness and understanding of their own behavior. The idea is to be more like a coach for your kid rather than a punisher, says Dr. Estrella. For example, let's say you're getting ready to head out the door for work. You have to drop your child off at school or daycare on the way, but they're throwing a temper tantrum. You're worried you might be late to work, and your patience is wearing thin. In this scenario, traditional parenting style might inspire you to scold them. Stop acting childish and put on your shoes, you might yell. You're acting ridiculous. Why did I say it like that? And you're making me late for work. Wait until we get back home. Notice in this example that there's a lot of negative connotation happening. You are focused on your child's actions and on the frustration it's causing you. By yelling, you're instilling a fear in your child, and now you both feel anxious or angry. Your child's behavior may stop because they'll recognize you as an authority figure. However, the behavior is likely to happen again. Kids don't always understand what they're doing is wrong. They just stop their behavior because they're afraid, explains Dr. Estrella. They don't really understand why they should stop that behavior unless you explain why. A gentle approach would be to stay calm and firm ahead of time before leaving the house to set expectations. Instead of yelling or starting with the negative, you might take a pause and meet your child where they are at. Maybe you get down to eye level and say calmly, I'm going to drop you off at school and I'm going to work. We need to leave on time. I expect you to be ready with your shoes on at the door when I'm ready to leave. If you're not ready, then we'll both be late and I will feel angry. If I get angry, you will lose privileges. Another approach would be to say, when you don't get ready on time, it hurts my feelings and it makes me anxious. Why are you having a hard time? When you approach the situation in this way, you're exhibiting empathy and respect for how your child is feeling, and you're giving them a chance to process their own behavior and hold themselves accountable. By remaining calm, you're also giving your child the space to recognize how you respond to conflict and giving them the opportunity to turn their behavior around. An important part of this strategy, then, is setting up expectations in advance, planning on how to respond if your child exhibits negative behavior in the ways you can handle it peacefully. And on BozemanCounseling.org, it says, one of the most widespread misconceptions about gentle parenting is that it involves no discipline. In reality, discipline in gentle parenting is just as important as in any other approach, but it looks different. Instead of punishment, gentle parenting emphasizes teaching and learning according to research in child psychology. Discipline should be understood as a form of teaching rather than punishment. Siegel and Bryson, 2011, I'm guessing that's their source. The focus is on helping children understand the consequences of their behavior and guiding them to make better choices. Next time, for example, instead of a traditional timeout, parents might use a time-in, where they sit with the child to help them process their emotions and reflect on what led to the behavior. This supports emotional regulation and problem solving, teaching children how to manage future situations. Another misconception is that gentle parenting lets children, quote-unquote, get their way without consequences, but gentle parenting isn't about giving in to every whim or demand. It's about setting boundaries in a way that is consistent, respectful, and developmentally appropriate. Research on child development shows that children thrive when they understand the reasons behind the rules. Baumrind, 1991. Gentle parenting promotes providing children with choices within limits, allowing them to feel a sense of autonomy, which, while learning responsibility. For instance, a parent might offer 2 options for dinner, both of which are healthy, rather than simply letting the child choose whatever they want. The child feels empowered by making a choice, but the parent still maintains the boundaries. Some parents fear that gentle parenting is too soft and won't produce the desired results. This belief is rooted in the idea that firm control and immediate consequences are the most effective ways to raise well-behaved children. However, studies have shown that children raised in empathetic, nurturing environments develop better emotional regulation skills, are more cooperative, and have stronger relationships with their parents. Grelnick and Amp Pomeratz, 2009. Gentle parenting requires time and patience, but the long-term benefits far outweigh the short-term challenges. Children who are treated with empathy and respect learn to internalize those values. They become more adept at handling stress, navigating social situations, and resolving conflicts peacefully. I brought out my 2 sources to show how gentle parenting isn't the cause. It's an excuse for these parents. These parents claim to use gentle parenting, but in fact, it's just negligence and lack of discipline what causes this. And if you're some adult watching this, you're probably like, what does some teenager know about parenting? I understand this stuff because I do research. Google, Bing, Yahoo, all these search engines are all right in front of us all the time, so why not use it for something good? The good thing about the internet is that you have so much information that you can search to understand these kinds of topics. And you learn stuff like this in school too if you go to the right classes in school. I have a health class to help me become a therapist when I'm older, and I'm really passionate about these kinds of things. And I don't want our attention spans to become like this. We need to help these kids to become better. We need to help ourselves be better. It's important. And another topic I also wanted to discuss is the attention span in these videos. What do you mean you don't have patience for 5 seconds? Okay, I want you to do this random ranking thing. Just do it. And you'll see what I mean, alright? It's just a random video. You know, it's like gonna seem really random, but you'll get my point after I put the video on screen.
Rank these 6 snacks, but you can't change.
Okay, that was normal, right? Just a normal video. Seems random for the topic I have, but trust me, it won't be random in a minute. Random question. Was that testing your patience in any way? No? Well, it shouldn't. Because, I mean, it's just 5 seconds for each photo for you to rank, so you can, like, comprehend what you're ranking, whatever, right? Decent video, good made, whatever. Why do I bring this up? Why do I bring the question, was that testing your patience? Why? Well, let's just say it's the comments. Yep, another video we're talking about more comments, because the comments is always where all the good stuff happens. Always the good stuff, right? Always good stuff. Ranking snacks, X mark. Testing my patience, check mark. Next comment, for real, I was yelling hurry. The other 2 comments that I do agree with, ain't no way your attention span is that low. And then the other person says right. Comprehend this for a minute. This screenshot, okay? There is no reason why that video, particularly I just showed you, that's what the video we're just talking about. That doesn't test your patience in any way. That's the other replies I do agree with, except the ones that agree with the person that says, oh, they're testing my patience. Yeah, no, don't agree with that. Here you go. Y'all can't watch anything at this point. This is absolutely outrageous. And then just like a nervous emoji. They just lie now. Ain't no way. This is exactly how I feel. Exactly. Like, how? Just, why? I don't understand. It makes no sense. Like, some more comments, just gonna put it. For real, it was making me mad how long it took. Y'all need to get off of shorts if you can't survive 5 seconds. Y'all saying attention span like it's the same as patience is crazy. Attention span and patience correlate together, because if they're saying testing my patience, that means they can't pay attention, for more than the 5 seconds that it's included there. Because if you don't have the patience to wait 5 seconds, your attention span is low. That's all I have to say. Your attention span is low. Like, how? I can't comprehend how this is possible, yo. Like, we cannot be serious. We cannot. You don't have the patience to watch a 5-second image go to another to rank it. Bro, like that one guy said, get off of YouTube Shorts if you can't handle 5 seconds. In fact, get off of social media if you can't handle that. And please regain that attention span. Attention span is so important for us. It helps us pay attention. It helps pay attention to important information or any kind of information and be able to remember it. If we allow this to keep happening, this can continue for generations. I mean, we're already seeing the effects on Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and let's not let Gen Court get there too. I refuse to call Gen Bella by their name, by the way. We already fucked up Gen Alpha's name. Let's not do that to Gen Court. Fucking please. I say Gen Court because Gen Court are born into 2025, so it's just like makes sense, like a quarter. Oh, one more person and one more thing I gotta bring up. Now, I imagine a lot of you know who Royal Pear is. There was this video I was watching, and I noticed a comment. I'm gonna play the video now.
Bro, can you stop throwing trash bags on me? It's really annoying. What the fuck?
Now, that's a pretty funny video, not gonna lie. I was laughing when I first saw it, because, Royal Pear is funny to me. But, the issue is not within the video. It's within this one comment I saw, which, doesn't really look too good. Usually I would just skip to the end, but knowing Pear, there's always something unexpected in the middle of the video. Then somebody says, same man in the bottom. Doesn't seem like too much of an issue, but when you hear usually I would just skip to the end, doesn't look too good for attention span guys, at least. What do you mean you usually skip to the end? Why? It's weird. Why would you skip to the end of the video because they say wait to the end? These are short videos, by the way. Most videos, yes, they can extend to 3 minutes long, but 1 minute and this is just 1 minute, really. It's just 1 minute. How is a 1 minute video? It's so hard to go through 60 seconds. 1 minute. I don't understand. I really don't. It just doesn't make any sense to me why people, they just have this kind of attention span where they have to skip to the end of the video because they can't comprehend 60 seconds. It's I don't know. But, well, that's all I have to really say. And that's all I have to really yap about in this video. If you enjoyed the video, you can support me by just leaving a like or a comment for engagement. Though you just watching to the end supports me enough, because you're a fellow viewer, and I thank you for staying this long. Bye bye.